Hello students and namaste everyone. I am Dhaval sir and our today's topic is from your English textbook, that is literature part, unit 8 poem on the grasshopper and cricket by John Keats. Okay, so in this poem, first of all, one introductory paragraph is given. So first of all, I read out that paragraph, then I'll give you the introduction about the poem. Okay, then I'll explain you the summary of this poem and then we'll try to understand the poem line by line. Okay. Unlike the ant and the cricket, page 21. So, we all have studied in our first unit itself the poem, that is the ant and the cricket, which tells a story. This is a nature poem. So, that poem was in the form of a fable. That means it described as the poem in the form of a story, but this is a nature poem on the grasshopper and the cricket. In it, the grasshopper and cricket do not appear as characters in the story, rather they act as symbols, each suggesting something else. Okay, read the poem and notice how the poetry of earth keeps on through summer and winter in a never ending song. Who sings the song? So, this is the introductory paragraph. Okay, so basically, in this poem, that is on the grasshopper and cricket, the poem John Keats celebrates the music of the earth. Music of the earth means what, right? So, in this poem, the poet has tried to explain us that during the summer seasons when there is extreme heat and even during the extreme cold, right? The birds, the animals, right? There is total silence because of extreme heat. The birds, they take shelter, and even during the extreme cold when everything is covered with snow, there is a complete silence. So, at that time, how does the earth keep on enjoying and give its music to the people or the human beings, right? So, here in this poem, he finds beauty in the hot summer, right, as well as in the cold winter. The poet John Keats, he finds the beauty in the hot summer as well as in the cold winter. How? Right. So, in this poem, the grasshopper is actually a symbol of hot summer, okay, and the cricket is a symbol of cold winter. So, how, that I'll explain you. And through this poem, the poet says that the music of the earth, the music of the nature, okay, or earth is always alive, whether it is a hot summer or cold winter. Okay, so how is it alive all throughout the year or on all the days, whether it is summer or winter? We'll see, right? So, uh, in the poem, the poet has said that during the summer season, all the singing birds are tired and they take rest under the shady branches of the trees, right? Because there is too much hot weather outside. But even if they don't sing, the song of the nature goes on. How? So the poet says that we can still hear the voice of the grasshopper who runs from the hedge to hedge. Hedge means the boundary. It moves from one boundary to the other boundary in the fields, and he keeps singing tirelessly without getting tired. Okay, and when he gets tired, he rests beneath some weeds. WWDS. Weeds means unwanted plants, which are usually seen in the garden and which does not allow the main plant to get the nutrition. So, that plants which are unwanted plant or extra plant are known as weeds. Okay. So that is about the summer season, right? How the grasshopper keeps on singing, and the poet says that during the winter, right? During the cold winter season, also the birds are silent, and there is utter silence. Okay, complete or total silence on the frosty winter days. right? There is snowfall covered everywhere, so there is a complete silence everywhere. But the earth has its own way of expressing its pleasures and joys. How? Right. So during that time also, the song of the cricket. So grasshopper and cricket are small insects. Okay. So the song of the cricket can be heard, which breaks this silence. Right. So again, during the snow-covered winters, also there is a sound of music. Okay. Or the voice of nature, which is alive and which can be heard by the people. Okay. So how it is heard? So in the poem it is said, he sings. Here means the cricket sings from the stones, that is from the houses, but not from the trees. And because outside it is totally covered with snow. Okay, so his songs appears to be increasing the warmth of every people, right? When the songs of the or the voice of the cricket is heard, the people they get warmthness. How? I'll explain you. So people are able to hear it sitting in their houses. And however, the poet says that uh, during that time, to a person who is half asleep, it may appear to them as the grasshoppers are singing the song, and it is coming from the grassy hill. So actually during the winter, the cricket insect is making sound, but the person who is feeling sleepy, who is half asleep, when hears the noise of the cricket, he actually feels that it is the sound of a grasshopper coming from the grassy hills, right? So thus, through this poem, we can say that the grasshopper and the cricket, who are the two tiny insects, they perform a big responsibility, right? And they carry on with the nature's continuous and everlasting music. Okay, uh, irrespective of the extreme climate, right? Whether it is extreme hot climate or whether it is extreme cold climate, they keep on singing song. And they bring the nature alive. Okay, so it is thus a symbolic poem. And here the grasshopper and the cricket are the symbol of constant uh, joy or a joyous mood of nature. Okay, it shows the joyous mood of the nature. That means it is trying to say that whatever the atmosphere or condition is there, the nature is always joyful. Okay, so through this poem, we can conclude that it teaches us a lesson that we shall be joyful and pleasant in our life, no matter whatever the situations come to us, right? And with this attitude only, we can easily overcome all the obstacles in life, right? Because in this poem we saw that during the extreme hot days, that is during the summers, and during the extreme cold weather, that during the winters also, the grasshopper and the cricket are the insects. They keep on singing songs, and they keep on the nature lively. Okay, so that is it about the summary of this poem. Now we'll try to read out the poem and understand it in detail. Okay, the poetry of earth is never dead. What is written? The poetry of earth is never dead when all the birds are faint with the hot sun. So, the poetry of the earth is never dead means, here the poet is trying to say that is the voice of nature uh, is continuous and it is alive and it keeps on coming, right? When all the birds are faint with the hot sun. So the poet is trying to say that during the summer season, when there is extreme heat, all the birds, they take rest. Faint means here they take rest uh, due to the hot sun, and hide in cooling trees. Okay, when they take rest in the cooling trees, a voice will run from hedge to hedge about the new moon mad. So a voice will run. That means at that time also, continuously a voice is coming, okay, which moves from hedge to hedge. So as I said, hedge means a boundary, okay. About the new moon mad. New moon mad means, it is a phrase which means a meadow. Meadow means small, small trees which are mown. Mown means it is trimmed, right? It is in the garden we find small, small plants or trees are nicely trimmed and they are in equal shape and size. Okay, so that is the new moon mad. That is the grasshoppers. So who is making the noise or who is singing? It is the grasshopper. He takes the lead in summer luxury. He has never done with his delights, for when tired out with fun, he rests at ease beneath some pleasant weed. Right. So through these lines, the poet is trying to say that the grasshopper has the luxury of taking over the duty or responsibility of carrying on with the everlasting song of the earth in summer, right? So as he is never done with his delights, is never done with his delights means, through this line the poet is trying to say that the grasshopper is never done with his delights. That means he is never tired of singing song, and continuously it keeps on singing though it is extreme hot weather outside. Okay, and therefore the poet says that the grasshopper is a fun loving and cheerful in summer, and he only takes rest under the pleasant weeds when he is tired out with fun. Okay, so that is about the grasshopper. Then in the next paragraph, the poetry of the earth is ceasing never. So again, ceasing means to stop or end. So ceasing never means the poetry of the earth never comes to an end, right? The voice of nature, that means the nature, voice of nature means the nature is continuously active, it never comes to stand still. Okay, so the poetry of the earth is ceasing never on a lone winter evening when the frost has brought a silence. So what the poet has said, on a lone winter evening, that during the winter season when there is extreme cold and the frost, that is the snowfall, has wrought a silence. Has wrought means, so it has created a silence because there is extreme cold and no one is coming out of the house due to the extreme coldness. From the stone there shrills the cricket's song, in warmth increasing ever, and seems to one in drowsiness half lost, the grasshoppers among some grassy hill. Right, so the poet is saying that during this chilly atmosphere, also the cricket keeps on singing, and it sings indoors, okay, and it tries to seek warmth, but he cannot stop his music, right? So rather his music gets louder because he is singing from inside the house, that is behind the wall, so he is not feeling the cold outside. And with this, he also feels the warmth, and he is trying to say that a man, okay, and seems to one in drowsiness half lost. So through this line, he is trying to say that a man who is feeling sleepy, he thinks the cricket's noise or sound like the grasshopper's voice, right? Which is coming from the grassy hill. That means he is mistaking the cricket's noise with the grasshoppers, and through this, the poet means that the people during the cold winter also likes to feel the warmth of the summer even in the extreme winter by mistaking the cricket song for the grasshoppers. Okay, so this is how the poet ends the poem, and I hope so you understood the poem, right? So I thank everyone for watching my video.